Well, good morning. Today we are in Philippians chapter 1, verse 4, and the key word is confident. In chapter 1, verse 3, Paul says, sort of rehearsing his prayer, I thank my God every time I think of you, always offering prayer with joy in my every prayer for you all. It's only right for me to feel this way about you, since I have you in my heart, in view of your participation in the gospel from the first day until now. We looked at gospel yesterday. Today, I want to look at verse 4 where he says, I am confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work in you will complete it, will continue it until the day of Christ Jesus. So this has been pretty standard stuff for an opening letter for Paul. Again, with the exception of the letter to the Galatians, he tends to be personable, tends to be thankful. He mentions the things that he's thanking God for. He mentions the people favorably. Here he pivots a little bit, and he talks about the fact that he is confident in God that things are going to work out for them. Now, it's worth noting what he's praying for is them. He's not praying, as you might expect, like, get me out of this prison cell. That would probably be high on my list. And he's not praying for an easy life. He seems to be aware that God is more concerned about his character than his comfort. And he is suggesting the same kinds of things should be true for the Philippians. And what he's saying to them is not that he's not confident that everything is going to work out the way they want it. He's not confident that they're going to have an easy time. We should not be expecting that every hope that we have is going to come true. God will answer our prayers in the way we would pray if we had perfect knowledge. God is going to do what's best for us. And here, what we see is, and it's a very important thing to see, is that Paul is resting in God's goodness and the confidence that God is not going to give up on his people. So, look, there's a lot of ways that we can feel like we're barely making it and we're barely holding on. Perhaps that's how you're feeling right now. I'm barely holding on to my sanity. I'm barely holding on to my job. I'm barely holding on to whatever. The imagery we get in the Bible is not that we're barely holding on, but that God has firmly got us. He's holding on to us. And that's where Paul's confidence rests. Not in your ability to hold on, but in God's ability to hold on to you. And so the word is confident. And look, it's not wrong to have some self-confidence. What we actually need is just an accurate perception of who we are, of our strengths and weaknesses. We need self-awareness. So that doesn't mean that we've got to deny the gifts and abilities that we've got. But what brings peace is an awareness, is a confidence, is a trust, is faith in the goodness of God. And Paul is praying, saying to them, I'm confident. Whatever situation you're in, God has this. And I'm confident that whatever situation you're in today, God's got this. He's not going to give up. He's not going to let go of you. Be encouraged. Have a good day.